Am I the asshole for making my husband solo parent for 30 minutes a day? I just want to preface that my husband is aware I am making this post. We are not at each other's throats about this, but we are definitely not in agreement. So, I am 30 years old, female, and he is 34 years old, male. We have 2 children, 1-year-old and 2-year-old. I work from home part-time, from 12 noon to 5:30 in the evening, Monday through Friday. I also watch our 2 children. In the morning, they get all my attention, and it is not too bad, but in the afternoons, after their naps, when I am trying to work, keeping them entertained and taken care of is quite difficult. We are actively working on a different solution, but this is what we have to do now. My husband comes home right around 5:30 when I get off, and I immediately start getting dinner ready. I hate laundry, and he hates cooking, so we have an agreement that I do all the cooking and he does all the laundry, and I do not mind at all. The only thing I ask is for him to watch the children and keep them out of the kitchen for 20 to 30 minutes while I get dinner ready for us all. It is always a struggle for him, and I know he is tired after working all day too, but I really need to be able to keep them out so they are safe and I can get it done. He usually asks for help when one is fussing or he has to go to the bathroom or whatever. Tonight, I was in the middle of cooking, hands dirty, stove and oven on, and he asked if I could help change one of the children while he held the other because he was being fussy. I told him no, that I do this all day by myself and work, and all I need is 20 minutes to cook for everyone. He got really upset at this, saying that is not fair because I am home now and I can stop for 5 minutes to help. I finally caved and helped, but I feel like it is not that much to ask for 20 to 30 minutes to cook. I want to add that any other time we are both home, we work together, letting each other have breaks, time to relax, and both help play and take care of them. The care is very evenly split when we are both home. So, am I the asshole for initially refusing to help my husband with our children while trying to cook? Reddit verdict: not the asshole. Top comments. Comment: not the asshole. He can handle his own children for 30 minutes. Holy hell, the weaponized incompetence. He should be embarrassed. Comment: not the asshole. That is not solo parenting. That is just parenting. It sounds like he leaves you with the children a hell of a lot more than 30 minutes a day. Comment: if there was a real emergency, like somebody being injured, not just, it is difficult to change a diaper, I have no doubt the original poster would stop making dinner and come and help. But this is in no way solo parenting. I wouldn't even call half an hour where the original poster left the house solo parenting. But if she is there, making dinner for everybody, she is also doing parenting tasks, and they are both parenting. It sounds like this dad needs some actual solo parenting time. Like, maybe the original poster should leave him alone with the children for 8 hours every Saturday, when he doesn't even have to work like the original poster, and give him some actual solo padding practice to get him in the habit of it. Because it sounds like he is doing the childish thing of pretending he can't do something so somebody else will do it. And when I was 8 years old and did that with the dishes, my mom decided I needed more practice doing the dishes. Sounds like he needs more solo dad practice. Comment: not the asshole. It is literally a half hour. What kind of self-respecting parent cannot manage their own children for a few minutes unassisted? When one is fussing, he can learn how to get them to settle or deal with a half hour of fussing. He has to go to the bathroom. Why not go to the bathroom right when he gets home so he is in good shape to do his part? These issues are all things that teenage babysitters manage to navigate. I think a 34-year-old can figure it out so your children are not underfoot while you are trying to cook the whole family dinner. If he needs 20 to 30 minutes to fold laundry, you can return the favor. Comment: not the asshole. Those are his children too. It sucks to parent 2 tiny children simultaneously by yourself. Sometimes parenting sucks, and he needs to be a full parent, not a helper. You need to start taking some Saturdays away from your family, leaving your husband alone with the children. He needs to get comfortable with parenting, and to understand how insane it is that you are doing it while working. Comment: not the asshole. That is not even being a solo parent for 30 minutes. Being a solo parent is taking care of the 2 children while cooking the food you are going to feed them for dinner. That is solo parenting. I know because I am a solo parent and I do it every day. He can certainly see and care for his own children for 30 minutes a day while someone else is cooking him a nice meal. Comment: not the asshole. So you are balancing watching your children solo while working. That by itself is a major problem, but it sounds like you have a solution to that coming up. I totally understand your husband wanting a little break after work, but when is your break? You're working all day too, watching the children and working. You manage all day with both children without any help from him. He can manage for 20 to 30 minutes. All that being said, I think having two toddlers is extremely difficult for both parents. You're in survival mode and things will get easier. I'm glad to hear you guys are not having a major argument over this and are communicating well. Keep that up and remind yourselves that this phase will pass and things will get a lot easier. Hang in there to both of you. Comment. That is not even being a solo parent for 30 minutes. Being a solo parent is taking care of the two children while cooking the food you are going to feed them for dinner. That is solo parenting. I know because I am a solo parent and I do it every day. He can certainly see and care for his own children for 30 minutes a day while someone else is cooking him a nice meal. Comment. Not the asshole. This is just sad. What a pathetic father. After an incident like that, does he ever acknowledge how hard your days must be? The same two squirmy children, plus trying to do a job? Sorry, but is he ever alone with his children? Does he take them for an afternoon so you can do something for yourself? You're a mother of 3. Good luck. Write what you think about this situation. Who did the right thing, and who is the asshole? Let's discuss it in the comments. In the meantime, let's move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for excluding my ex's new girlfriend? I, 29 female, am divorced with a 9-year-old daughter. My daughter's father, 32 male, has been in a relationship with a woman named Stephanie for about 6 months now. She has 2 younger daughters, ages 4 and 5. My ex-husband and I have had many conversations about how to ease my own child into their new blended family by making sure that she still has lots of time with her dad, not combining every single special event with the other kids, and keeping lines of communication open. Overall, the introduction has been positive, but my daughter has mentioned that the younger children can be overwhelming and sometimes annoying. However, despite the conversations, every single special event has been blended, for lack of a better word. We are coming up on Halloween, and my daughter has trick-or-treating plans with her best friend and her family. Halloween is my custody time. My ex-husband asked if he could come and bring his new girlfriend and her children. I said no, as I wanted my daughter to be able to have time with her friend without having the other little kids in tow. They are not officially her siblings in any way, and I feel that she deserves protected time just for her. My ex-husband says that I am purposely excluding his new girlfriend and that I should be more concerned that she does not have many friends or others to go out with on that evening. I feel like that is not my problem, and I am advocating for my own child without having her feel like she needs to people-please or feel guilty. I am not asking my daughter her opinion, as I do not want her to feel burdened with any guilt. I did also invite them to the Halloween event at her school that same week to help initiate balance. Am I the asshole? Reddit verdict. Not the asshole. As a former 9-year-old, many years ago, I would not have wanted to trick-or-treat with 4- and 5-year-olds. That is when you're just getting into the pivotal pillowcase-filling candy years and running around the neighborhood with your friends. It is awesome that you're doing your best to keep the peace. The ex calling it a blended family only 6 months into dating this person is deserving of some side-eye. Your daughter should not have to give up her own childhood moments and memories for such a brand new relationship. Way to advocate for her. Answer. I cannot think of anything that would make trick-or-treating worse than young children. They are slow, whiny, and get tired early. 9 is the prime trick-or-treating age. It annoys me enough when a parent sacrifices one child's wants and needs for the other when they are lifelong siblings. The children of her father's girlfriend of 6 months is absurd. Blending your family this early seems fast. Comment. Yes, you are, and that is allowed. You did not have any say in choosing this woman, you have no attachment to her, you are not her friend or relative. If you did not have a child with this woman's current significant other, you two would not be involved in each other's lives in any way, shape, or form. How are you the asshole for not wanting to include her and her kids in your time with your child? Your ex gets to choose who is involved in his life, but not who is involved in yours. That is part of being an ex, laugh out loud. This is something you need to nip in the bud, because he is doing everything he can to control you and to undermine your independence from him. You and he are no longer together. Time for him to act like it. You can co-parent together, sure, but that is where it ends. His relationship with his new girlfriend and her kids has absolutely nothing to do with you. You do not even need to convince him of that, but you do need to enforce it. Edited to add, I want to nail the last point home. You do not need to convince him of your stance, but you do need to enforce it. If he tries to argue, let it fall on deaf ears. I mean, do not respond at all. Set your boundary and be done with it. Do not waver, do not argue, do not defend. Set it and enforce it, and that is it. You do not need him to understand or to agree. That is not the point. Answer: I agree. How are holidays split according to your parenting plan? Why would she even be a factor in what you are doing on your custody day? You do not need to accommodate her at all. I would tell the ex that you don't have to make any arrangements or accommodations for her or her children, that you are not her friend, and just because he is involved with her does not make her and her children your family. If he continues to cross your boundaries, then it may be time to readdress your custody issues in court. Speak with your attorney and get a plan in place. Comment: why can't he and his new girlfriend take her kids trick-or-treating? Why do you have to be a parent to the 4 of them as well as your own child? I hate these men who think their ex owes them and their new partner a friendship and blurred boundaries because of something that is fully in their control to resolve that has nothing to do with the ex. She doesn't have friends? Okay, she can make them with other parents of 4- and 5-year-old children. None of those parents needs to be you, not the asshole. Comment: not the asshole. 6 months? Your daughter shouldn't even have met her dad's girlfriend yet, let alone her children. You are protecting your daughter, something her father clearly is not too interested in when he is prioritizing his girlfriend's of 6 months, for fuck's sakes, feelings and her children. Answer: 6 months is a ridiculously short amount of time for any of that. My husband and I dated for a year before even considering allowing the kids to meet us and the other kids. His are older than mine, so he told them they could invite a friend if they wanted, and we did the meeting at his home so they would be most comfortable. We waited another year before marrying and did not combine households until a month before our wedding. Our only problem child with this is his oldest, really his ex-stepson, but we have always considered him just as part of the family as the rest of the kids. 11 years later, and we're a big blended family of 7 kids, 2 daughters-in-law, and 5 grandbabies. You can't force these things, which is what the original poster's ex is trying to do. And what if it goes bad? The adults won't be the only ones hurt in that situation, and kids don't have the capacity to process those situations. The original poster's ex and his girlfriend are clueless, selfish assholes. What do you think about this situation? Who do you think is a jerk, and who did the right thing? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel to get more cool and interesting stories. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.